Welcome to the Decompression Chamber. I'm your host, Mario. I'm sure you already know that. I think this is the 42nd episode. I should have listed that at the start. In any case, our opening quote is going to be from Mark Twain, the old writer. The quote goes, "The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself." Roll the intro.
It looks like into me, no doubt that I'll never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that shit what I guess we about to cascade.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm not comfortable with right now is I'm at a weird hedgehoggy stage of growing out of the buzz cut. I'm going to ask my friend Jay to shave the side piece of my head. But yeah, I'm hoping after enough time it's like a nice length of short spiky hair rather than like awkward buzz cut growing out all the same length kind of shit. But you know, that's the unfortunate part of getting a buzz cut, is that eventually you have to see it all grow out the same length. But there are ways to mitigate it. Anyway, I'm hoping that I'm catching you at a good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever. You know, I can't lie. Recently, for me, I've been doing pretty well. Like, pretty much at the end of the Easter holidays, I was feeling a bit glum, a bit low, and then since I've been back, I've kind of been kicking back into swing to things. I've been quote unquote making better habits, trying to live a bit better, like on my own terms, and yeah. I mean, today I had two big, well, not too big, but two things to submit that had kind of been in the back of my mind somewhat. I did an essay about ideology in like a Spanish film. There's this film called Volver by Pedro Almodovar. He's a famous Spanish director, but in essence, a lot of his work is about challenging the gender and kind of just patriarchal stereotypes culturally enforced throughout the dictatorship in Spain, and then that kind of like seeped its way throughout Spanish culture. And so like a lot of his work it goes against those kind of like rigid ideas of like what gender roles and like sexuality and even like, for example, representation of women is in film. And so the film Volver is very well known because it's like pretty much all the important characters in the film, in fact all except from a couple are females, and it's not something that you like that it's called to your attention. You see an interesting story and it just happens to be all about women. And yeah, so I did an essay based on that, and normally I'm just like, oh yeah, blah blah, essay is so dead, but I actually picked a film that I was interested in. I did a lot of background reading on, and I found that the more I read about it, the more I actually was interested in, and the more I kind of wanted to see more and hear more perspectives, you know. And it's nice to actually be inspired for once in a while, you know. You don't always get that to be the case, but sometimes when something actually interests you and you actually get stuck in, it can be rewarding, you know. And this other little task that I had to submit, it was kind of, it felt like busy work regardless, but it is good to be able to express the job that you're doing and explain. Basically, it was just a little short text about the job that I'm doing in my next project with uni. Basically, all I'm doing is I minimize it a lot when I'm thinking about it. I call myself Camera Bitch 1 because essentially all I'm doing is help set up the camera and I'm adjusting the focus throughout the shot. But as I was bullet pointing the list out today of stuff that I've done, like in terms of the whole process of the production phase, I realized there is actually a lot going on, you know. I'm the person responsible for helping set up the camera and mount it safely to wherever it's going to be, like a tripod or like a dolly or whatever. A dolly, for those who don't know, is that kind of truck or just like a wheeled vehicle that moves smoothly backwards and forwards with the camera. I mean, that just shows you how experienced I am. In any case, so yeah, I'm responsible for helping mount it safely there, I have to take focus marks and I have to know distances and stuff so that I can adjust the focus throughout the shot and stuff like that. But in essence, it's a very technical role, but there's not much kind of creativity to it. You know, you can define creativity in lots of different ways, but all I'm really doing is I'm executing the creative vision of someone else. But that's just the role I was given, and so my aim is that I can do it as best as possible. You know, I try not to make mistakes, and one of the scariest parts is I'm the one who has to put the lens into the camera, and like when it's uncovered and you have to like line it up right, put it into the slot, and then lock it closed. And I'll tell you what, every time I lock it closed and I take my hand away, like I'm just silently praying that lens doesn't fall out of the camera. But at the moment, like, I'm lucky enough to have a very, very good second AC. Shout out to Scarlett if you're watching. If not, then you suck. But no, I'm joking. She continues to be good second AC regardless. But yeah, I'm lucky to have a good camera department to work in. I have to work within the hierarchy that I'm given. I don't have a very big position or lots of influence. I have to wait for my orders, and I execute them as best as possible. But to be honest, I've been relishing the role that I've been given, to be honest. The lack of responsibility in terms of creative decision making, combined with like the focus on technicality and like execution, I can't lie, I'm really enjoying it. But maybe that's complemented by the fact that the environment that I'm working in is very good and very healthy. And yeah, it's nice to be enjoying my course and just excited for the future, I guess. I mean, I can't lie, the logistics of planning a big production seems very daunting. And at the end in my third year of this course, I'm going to have to plan my own graduate project and plan and logisticize and produce my own film. So that is going to be a big deal. But to a certain extent, like, the course is going to build us up to that point. It's not like they're just going to throw us in the deep end, but it doesn't make it any less daunting to me. And I hope the galaxy flashing in the background isn't too distracting, but I guarantee you weren't even noticing it until now. And then now that I brought it up, it's going to be real flashing in your head. But in any case, that's just kind of where I am right now. And basically, the way I saw it was, so I've submitted my projects, and in our Monday morning meeting, which we have at the start of every week on our course, like, they tell us about what's going to be going through the week, and they told us explicitly that Friday was free. They told us explicitly, and I was like, I've got no pre-production, so I'm chilling then. I'm absolutely chilling. And then little do I know, literally, what time is it now? It's 1:47 at night. I found out maybe half an hour ago that I have a workshop tomorrow from 11 till 4. And so I can't lie, I've been drinking this evening. We watched an episode of Black Mirror together, and it's been a nice, fun, relaxed evening. I've been feeling on cloud nine today. Not just today, just recently, the last string of days, I'm just like, I feel so positive, and like, almost like, when a good bass line in a song is just like, it's not the main part of it, but just underlying it is this solid kind of thrumming feeling of enjoyment. And that's the way I've been feeling recently. And so when I found out this information that I've got this long ass camera workshop tomorrow, I did feel a bit like deflated, I guess. But that's just the world we live in. I mean, just earlier this evening, I was speaking to my friend Harvey, shout out by the way, he's a sweetheart, about how, just how sometimes you just have to accept things, and you can't, there's a lot of stuff in this life that you can't change, that you can't have effect over, so you just have to hope that you can accept it and make the best out of the situation. And realistically, I enjoy working with cameras. The camera that we're working with is like an RE SR3, I believe. It's an old film camera, so it's passing bits of fucking celluloid through there. And at the start, when I first kind of got to work with it, I was nervous, I was uncertain, all of it seemed like so disjointed and malformed, and yet now when I work with it, like me and Scar, the second AC, we put it together and then we mount it, and now that I understand how it ticks, it's a nice fucking camera. And maybe that's the similar attitude that I'll have tomorrow. Maybe I'm thinking negatively about it just because I don't know what it's going to be about, just because I've randomly been told, hey, big chunk of your day you're working with cameras. But realistically, that's why I'm here. I'm not here to just spend my whole day in halls or go day drinking in the park when it's sunny, as much as I would like to do that, believe you me. I think I've just got to take this in stride and roll forward with it. But it's easy to know that that's what you should do. It's not as easy to actually carry that feeling in your heart. So, I mean, my voice kind of went deeper there, like it was really a deep moment, but in reality it's just I'm tired as fuck and my voice is strained. I mean, not really, it's not actually that much effort to speak into a mic for 10 minutes. It's harder to just keep things rolling, frankly. Sometimes I don't know whether people who are watching this might identify. Sometimes it just feels like everything's so still that it's hard to just get things moving again. So recently, because everything's kind of up and going, the world seems to be opening up a bit more. It's sunny recently. I've been exploring my newfound, not freedom, but just kind of yearning for adventure in a weird way. and it feels good, but it's also like you have to accept the conditions that you're in. So yeah, that's just kind of where I am right now. I feel like I was going to talk more about the being comfortable with myself thing, but yeah, I guess I could roll into that. What I guess I'd say about it in general is that I feel like a lot of my adolescence was trying to come to terms with being comfortable with myself. You know, I think I recall looking back times where, particularly when I was in secondary school, I look at other people and I think, wow, I feel like I'd enjoy life a lot more if I was them. And I think the older I've got, the more I realise that I just didn't want to deal with what I was dealing with, and it's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side, you know. Whenever you think about someone else's life, you don't see the really bad and negative parts. You just see the parts that are on the surface, and sometimes that's a reality that seems easier to accept than your own. But, you know, the older I've gotten, the more I've accepted the fact that I am myself. I mean, the idea that I'm comfortable with myself, I think, overall it's a bit of an amorphous topic. It's a bit of a, I don't know whether I ever will be fully comfortable with myself, but like this is the existence I've been granted. And to a certain extent, I am proud and happy with who I am as a person, but it's also like me as a singular being in existence. I only get a tiny little slice of it. I only see a tiny little portion, and it's like, how do I even know if any of this is right if I haven't even seen nearly to the big picture? Like, not even near. And maybe that requires me to open my eyes and widen my horizons, or change my perspective or whatever. But it's also like, maybe you just have to accept the slice of life that you're given and make it a happy one. I feel like there's a balance between, but I think if you are able to bring happiness, to kind of derive some kind of meaning out of the smaller things, then the bigger things are even more rewarding, you know? Like, I don't know, that for me recently, I've just been I try and more outwardly express, like, things that I like about other people, or I try and give more compliments. I try and, like, I found that it doesn't work to make up a fake compliment that you don't mean. It's just like, if you genuinely think something good about someone and you tell them and you see that response in them, it's so heartening. It makes it so rewarding, so that you want to keep doing it. Like, I've been trying to give more compliments to people recently, just in passing, just small things, but I notice the way that it affects people, and it makes you want to keep doing it, frankly. Like, it doesn't cost anything. It's so easy, and even more, it doesn't work unless it's genuine. Like, I think most people can tell when someone makes a comment that they don't actually mean what they're saying. But if you actually genuinely show interest in others, express your appreciation for them, and you know, do it from a position of genuine care and, you know, blah blah, whatever I was trying to say, then it will actually work. You'll get good responses, and it'll make you feel good yourself, you know. So sometimes you have to try and be the thing that makes you better, or whatever. Sometimes you have to aspire to the qualities that you might even not think you have. But I think a lot of people watching would be surprised with how much the people in their life appreciate them. I think so many people just in life in general, like, they have people in their life where they consider them to be so important, but not only just so important to their life, but also, like, such a enriching part of their life. Like, there's so many people in my life where, despite how many people might enter my life and I could have positive experiences, because everybody is so unique and brings their own flavor to just life in general. It's like, even if I can have a figure of what you are in my life, because it's not the same flavor, the same texture as what you bring, it's different, and so I miss out by you not being there. And so what I guess I'd say is that you aren't just special because you're unique, but you being unique makes whatever you're special for even more special, you know, because it's combined with whatever that essential flavor of you is. And I don't even know whether that makes sense, but in any case, I appreciate you a lot for watching this video. I'm surprised that I've even made it 15 minutes, but in any case, we keep rolling, we keep going. I thank you a lot for watching this video, and hopefully whatever positive energy I have right now can be transmitted to you, and we can both carry, or whoever's watching this conjunction, we can all carry this forward. I hope you have a great evening, morning, whatever, and yeah.
Cap on for the shade. I don't wanna give myself no option, so I drop the visor just to wake up. Ain't no tripping over pay stubs, ain't no tripping on the vague stuff. All the things that I can make up, I'm a thinker, not a maker. Wait. No grayer I see.